y'all. Alright, well, look at this. We got Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. This game is something I really do enjoy quite a bit. Look at all those champions just destroying the dead three. A pack of foul wretches fight at the Necromite's command. Well, we gotta get that Necromite. This game, as you can see, I've got my full party out. You start up a new round. We'll start one in some other video. We'll start a fresh one. We're not gonna do that right now. We're looking at one that's in progress. I've got some potions that I've used. They last for like an hour to help buff up my champions a little bit, and I have a nice, good mix of tanks in the front. And we've got some support, we've got some healers, we've got damage dealers. And the thing that I like a lot about this game is the way that all the different champions have some sort of synergy that they do to help the party out, and you can always play into it depending on where you position your character, which characters you're using. There's a lot of different options to sort of mix and match and build upon all of these ideas. So, for example, this healer, Celeste, she does a buff that buffs everybody around her adjacently, but she also does a heal of her in the columns in front of her, any column, in the one column in front of her. But you can expand that depending on what, where you need to position her. You can increase that to the front two columns, or you get the chance to buff up her buff even more. So that's one aspect of that. But then if her heal is healing this gentleman, Sergeant Nox, then Sergeant Nox will get an increase to his buff that he gives to everybody called Rallying Cry. So he's got an outgoing ability here called Rallying Cry, and it increases the damage of champions in the columns behind Sergeant Nox by 100% for each positional formation ability affecting them, stacking additively, and including this one. This is buffed by an additional 5,400% post-stack multiplier. That is coming from other sources, in particular the Allies of Convenience, which increases the effects of Rallying Cry if Makos is adjacent to Sergeant Nox, and Altruistic Rally, where it increases the effect of Celeste Crusader's Mantle and Makos Dark Blessing by 100% each. So Sergeant Nox when he gets buffed by some of the members of the party or is near certain members of the party, then he does additional buffs. Makos is an interesting character. It's a DPS character. And if you use the Dark Blessings ability, then it buffs all the characters that are not adjacent to Makos, and in this case by 9,158. That's a lot of damage, definitely. It's a nice, really big buff. And then, because that's going out, so as you can see, we've got a number of characters that are not adjacent. One of our biggest damage dealers here is Artemis. And you can see he's really pumping up the ultimate DPS. Artemis is the big damage dealer because the Artemis observes positional formation abilities on the other damage dealers in the party and people right next to him. So we're getting the incoming buff, Dark Blessings. We're observing it on Prudence and on Jim. Obviously not on Artemis himself because he's right next to Makos. Okay, but Prudence and Jim are the two other damage dealers in the party. We could potentially add more damage dealers, but then we have some trade-offs with some other things. And right now, because of the wake up of the party, where we need 3 tanks, a little bit deeper into this with the 3 front spots, I'm opting for just really trying to maximize with 3 core DPS, and letting the buffs do the talking here. But you can see that Artemis is getting a ton of damage bonuses from all the different buffs that are out there on the team. He's getting a lot of different bonuses. Rallying Cry is 2.6 million damage bonus. He's getting 374k from Crusader's Mantle. He's not even next to Celeste, right? But because it's Makos and Prudence, and it's coming through at a massive 1,544% rate, it's really getting real strong. Looks like he is getting the buff from it too. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But and getting a lot. I don't think he is actually. But he's getting a lot of buffs. So he becomes really powerful as we get deeper and deeper into the game here. These characters, a lot of them, most of them, when you start the game, it's free to play. It's a premium model where you start the game and you've got a core set of characters that you're going to play with and level up. You don't have any of these familiars that I've got out, the ones out in the front, or the ones that are leveling up my characters. Those ones, you buy them either through sales they're having in the shop. You get some potions and stuff a lot of times, like this one, this wild offer is $10. You get a number of different things and stuff in these gold supply chests. And so for $10 you'll get a familiar and you'll get some other stuff that'll help you. And so if you're willing to spend the amount of money that you would on a full price game, then you can get 6 familiars set up. And some of these familiars, they don't cost any money. They cost like gems or something else. You find them some other way sometimes too. But they make it so that you'll automate some of the tasks. And that's one of the things I actually really like about this game, is that you can automate a number of things. So if you don't have the familiars out there doing the player attack for you, then you need to be pushing the O button to collect the gold and do the player attack. But if you set up familiars to do it for you, depending on how many you've got, they'll do more and more of the action. And so like I do, it does all the things. It picks up the gold, it picks up the loot bags, and it'll hit the distractions, which are little things that either fly by on the background or like pop up in the background, and you got to do like a couple button combinations. So R2 and X, or R2 and square. In order to get those ones, you sometimes have to do it a couple times, the R2 and X up there. But once you have these familiars acting for you, all 6 of them, they'll clear those out, collect all the gold. And so as you go through, you're gonna end up collecting more gold. They'll let you put out more and more of the champions and fill up your formation. And then as you go through the areas, you'll start to earn favor with whatever god controls whatever god is worshipped by the group of people or whatever in the area that you're fighting in. In this case, it's Tiamat. And right now we're earning 2.995% extra Tiamat favor, and it goes up, see, as we get further in. So right now we're at like 114k Tiamat favor for this run, but we're trying to get up at least to area 125. But we're actually going to shoot for like 250 on this run, and we're hoping that we're going to get up close to like 40 or 50 million Tiamat, because the more favor you collect, then when you finish up that round and you come back in to do a new round, then you have that much Tiamat, that much favor applied to your gold find. So if we get like 40 from this 40 million, we're going to go from 3.53 million gold find to 43.5 million gold find. And the more gold you can find up front early on, the fast, like the higher level your characters are when you start to get into the deeper areas. And it is a little bit harder because the enemies have more health, or you know, they're doing more damage, or what have you. There's different stuff that starts to happen to scale up. Everything scales up. It's like a big spreadsheet, and it can be endless. It's kind of like a nice screensaver. I put it on mute a lot and let it just run, because it's fun. I kind of enjoy watching it. I feel like it's relaxing. I love the 2D sprites, and just like the simple complexity of it. There's a lot of things happening, and there's a lot of like synergy between all the different characters, and a lot to think about and try out. You know, you could get chests for the characters that unlock gear for them. They all wear gear. They have feats that they can unlock that give them additional bonuses, either for the party or for themselves. I'm always, you know, helping the party, but you can change out the characters. Each character fills a certain spot in the formation, and you can unlock additional characters either by paying money or through a time gate, or every so often they have a special like festival that they'll let you unlock some characters and unlock some gold chests for those characters and stuff, and it's fun. That's how you unlock a lot of characters. It's a fun game to play, and it doesn't require a lot of energy or investment necessarily. But if you do put that $60 in, at least you kind of get the somewhat more automated approach to it. They have like even like more automated version of it that you can play that's in beta right now, which is kind of I haven't really checked it out. There's a lot more to the game that I haven't really checked out. I've been playing it for quite a while too, but it's free to play. You can find it on phones and stuff too, but I really enjoy it on the PlayStation. It's kind of perfect for me on this, I think. And so you can also close the game entirely down, and it'll just keep running on the server. And then when you come back in, like I do, you'll see all the different gold and things like that you collected while you were offline. And your characters will then, like, you know, use that gold to level up, and you can just keep on rumbling. So it's a pretty fun game. I really enjoy it a lot. I highly recommend it to check out. See, so we're in the Baldur's Gate region. I love the Forgotten Realms. I like all these characters. I like Dungeons and Dragons. It's really fun, and I think, you know, I feel like the people that put money into this game helped fund the creation of Dark Alliance, which I think is also a pretty cool game. I really do enjoy the Heroes of 10 Towns tremendously. So there's some fun characters for sure. There's a ton of fun characters that you get to play in here, and they've a lot of great like storytelling in this as well. You don't have to read it. You can skip through it, but you can also, it's fun, and the characters' personalities come out, and it's a well done game. There's a lot of fun pieces to it that really just make it something that, obviously, people that love the characters, love this stuff, made it. You can really tell, I think, anyways. I think that it's just it makes me smile every time I look at it, and hopefully it does for you too. If not, you know, hey, we all, some do, some don't, you know, no problem. Hey, we made it, but we're gonna go for gold on this one, y'all. So we'll check up on this crew later on and see how they did. But anyways, I hope you this little peek, look into Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, the never forgotten realms, friends. Never forgotten. Anyways, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. New videos are dropping every Thursday evening. Pacific time. PG. Thursday, must watch Thursday. No, is that 290s for y'all? All right. Well, whatever it is, stay safe out there, friends.